Good morning, one and all. Myself, Dr. D. Ravi, Associate Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Bharat Institute of Higher Education and Research, Chennai. Today, I'm going to handle the subject Applied Thermodynamics. The course code is U18 PC ME 401. The topic is Basics of Compressible Flow. Basics of Compressible Flow Introduction. Before that, what is mean by gas dynamics? The study of gas when suppose it is moves, that is called the gas dynamics. Okay, like fluid dynamics. Study of fluid when it is subjected to movement, that is fluid dynamics. Aerodynamics means study of air when it is movement, that is called aerodynamics. Okay, now we are going to see compressible flow. Compressible flow or gas dynamics is the branch of fluid mechanics that deals with flows having significant changes in fluid density. Okay, with respect to fluid density only, we are going to tell whether this is compressible flow or incompressible flow. Okay, density is represented by the symbol is rho. Okay. How do you determine if a flow is compressible? Okay. While all flows are compressible, flows are usually treated as being incompressible when the Mach number. What is Mach number? Mach number is nothing but one non-dimensional number. Okay, like Reynolds number, Euler's number, Ford number. Okay, these and all in fluid mechanics used in Mach number. In the same way, heat transfer also so many non-dimensional numbers is there. Prandtl number, Nusselt number, like that. Okay, Mach number is the ratio of the speed of the flow to speed of sound. Okay, suppose this value is less than 0.3 mean that is incompressible fluid. Okay, that value greater than 0.3 means compressible fluid. Next slide. What is the difference between compressible and incompressible flow? The main difference between compressible and incompressible fluid is that a force applied. Suppose we are going to apply a force on the fluid. To a compressible fluid, changes the density of fluid. Compressible fluid means it changes the density of the fluid, whereas a force applied to an incompressible fluid does not change the density to a considerable degree. Okay, suppose we are applying the force, external force, density maintained constant means incompressible fluid. Density is various means compressible fluid. Okay. This is the difference between compressible fluid and incompressible fluid. With respect to density, we are telling the continuation of basics of compressible flow. Why are fluid incompressible? The volume of an incompressible fluid does not change, and its density is treated as constant, since the amount of the liquid is almost unchanged. The amount of liquid is almost unchanged. The fluid density, that is unit is SI unit is the fluid density kg per meter cube, mass per volume, is constant. Liquids are always considered to be incompressible. Okay, that is water and all incompressible fluid. Example I am telling. Liquids are always considered to be incompressible fluid as density changes caused by pressure and temperature are small. These two parameter changes, pressure, temperature, these changes parameter are very small. Next, is the flow steady or unsteady? How we are telling whether the flow is steady or unsteady? That we will see. If at any point in the fluid, the condition change with the time, at any point in the fluid, the condition change with the time, the flow is described as unsteady. In practice, there are always slight variation in velocity and pressure, but if the average values are constant, the flow is considered steady. Suppose when a fluid is flowing in a duct, that is example I'm telling. We are measuring one location, the parameters, the velocity and the pressure we are measuring. Another location, some distance we are measuring. With respect to time, it will definitely take some time. With respect to time, the whatever value measured at the section 1, and 2 to same means steady flow. It is varying means unsteady flow. That's why I am clearly telling, if at any point in the fluid the condition change with the time, the flow is considered being unsteady. Unsteady flow means one location to another location, the parameters are changing, unsteady flow. It maintains same means steady flow. But in real case, it's not possible. Definitely it will change. Okay, it won't maintain constant. For solving, we are assuming for simple problems, steady flow problem. Okay. In CFD, computational fluid dynamics, lot of problem we are assuming steady flow problem only to get solution faster. Next, continuation of basics of compressible flow. What are the three principles of fluid? The basics fluid mechanics principle are continuity equation. Continuity equation is nothing but conservation of mass. When mass is flowing at one location, mass flow rate is constant. M is equal to rho AV. Okay. So these three equation important: continuity equation, momentum equation, and energy equation. Okay. The basic fluid mechanics principles are the continuity equation. Continuity equation nothing but conservation of mass. The momentum principle or conservation of momentum. And the energy equation. A related principle is the Bernoulli's equation, which derives from the motion equation. Next is subsonic. With respect to Mach number, we may tell subsonic, transonic, supersonic, hypersonic, like that. Now we are going to see what is subsonic. For aircraft speed, which are very much less than the speed of sound. For aircraft speed, which are very much less than the speed of sound, the aircraft is said to be subsonic. Typical speeds for subsonic aircraft are less than 250 miles per hour. And Mach number M is less than 1. Okay. If Mach number less than 1 means subsonic, equal to 1 means or greater than 1 means supersonic. Mach number 0.8 to 1.2 also we are telling transonic region. Greater than Mach number 5 we may tell hypersonic. Okay. So they are comparing that object speed with the velocity of sound. Okay. Next is shock waves. Next topic, shock wave. Why shock is not possible in subsonic flow? Okay, we are going to see why shock is not possible in subsonic flow. Shock waves cannot develop in subsonic flow. Why? In subsonic flow, the velocity of fluid is less than the velocity of sound. Due to this reason, deceleration is not possible in subsonic flow. The subsonic flow shock wave definitely won't form because of deceleration of flow. Next, we are going to see isentropic flow. How do you know if a flow is isentropic? A supersonic flow that is turned while the flow area increases is also isentropic. We call this an isentropic expansion because of the area increases. If supersonic flow is turned abruptly and the flow area decreases, shock waves are generated and the flow is irreversible. Next, we discuss stagnation condition. What is stagnation condition? This is also an important concept in compressible fluid. Okay. In fluid dynamics, a stagnation point is a point in a flow field where the local velocity of the fluid is zero. The local velocity of when we are measuring so many parameters, at the time the local velocity of the fluid is zero. In bracket, in compressible flows, stagnation pressure is also equal to total pressure. I once again read, in compressible flows, stagnation pressure is also equal to total pressure, providing the fluid entering the stagnation point is brought to rest isentropically. Next, stagnation properties. Why are stagnation properties useful? The stagnation temperature is important because it is the temperature that occurs at the stagnation point on the object. Because the total temperature does not change through a shock wave. This is also important concept. The total temperature won't change through the shock wave. The stagnation temperature and the total temperature have the same value at the stagnation point. The stagnation temperature and the total temperature have the same value at the stagnation point. This is also an important point. Next, we will discuss static pressure and the stagnation pressure. What is static pressure and what is stagnation pressure? So what is the difference between static pressure and the stagnation pressure? The pressure at a point in a fluid is called the static pressure. Pressure at a point in a fluid is called the static pressure. The stagnation pressure is the pressure that the fluid would obtain if brought to rest. This is also important. It brought to rest means velocity brings to zero. Brought to rest without loss of mechanical energy. So this is the static pressure and the stagnation pressure. What are the units of enthalpy? Okay. The SI unit of specific enthalpy is joules per kilogram. It can be expressed in other specific quantities by small h equal to U plus PV, where U is the specific internal energy, P is the pressure, and V is specific volume. Next, isentropic flow. Isentropic flow occurs when the change in flow variable is small and gradual, such as the ideal flow through the nozzle shown above The generation of sound waves is an isentropic process. If a supersonic flow is turned abruptly and the flow area decreases, shock waves are generated and the flow is irreversible. If supersonic flow is turned, means shock waves are generated. Okay, subsonic flow, there is no shock wave. Whereas in supersonic flow, shock waves are created. Next, ideal gas. Is air an ideal gas? Answer for this. Many gases such as nitrogen, oxygen, hydrogen, noble gases, some heavier gases like carbon dioxide and mixtures such as air can be treated as ideal gases. Within reasonable tolerance over a considerable parameter range around standard temperature and pressure. Next, is temperature constant in isentropic flow? Fluid machinery, if you know the local temperature T and Mach number Ma, we can find out the stagnation temperature. Consequently, isentropic relation can be used to obtain stagnation pressure and the stagnation density, as it is understood that all stagnation properties are constant along an isentropic flow. This is important part. It is understood that all stagnation properties are constant along isentropic flow. Next, we are going to see nozzle. Nozzle is one of the important mechanical device. It is used to accelerate the flow. Accelerate the flow. Velocity increases by drop in pressure. What is subsonic nozzle? At subsonic speed, that is subsonic speed means Mach number less than 1. A decrease in area increases the speed of flow. Suppose we are sending a fluid, the profile area decreases, means that fluid inside the fluid velocity increases. Decrease in area increase the speed of flow. A subsonic nozzle should have a convergent profile and a subsonic diffuser should possess a divergent profile. Subsonic nozzle have convergent profile, whereas diffuser have divergent profile. Divergent nozzle are used to produce supersonic flow. Convergent nozzle are used to produce subsonic flow, whereas divergent nozzle are used to produce supersonic flow in missiles and launch vehicles. Next, we are going to see what is nozzles and types. A nozzle is used to enhance the kinetic energy of the fluid. As you already discussed, it is increase the velocity of the fluid. That is nothing but kinetic energy of the fluid, which is flowing at the expense of inertial and pressure energy. Nozzles are of two types. Okay, convergent and divergent. Convergent nozzles are used to accelerate the subsonic fluid, while the divergent nozzles are used to slow the fluid if their flow is subsonic. Next, CD nozzle. CD nozzle is nothing but convergent divergent nozzle. Why do we use CD nozzle? It is used to accelerate a hot pressurized gas passing through it to a higher supersonic speed in the axial thrust direction. By converting the heat energy of the flow into kinetic energy, because of this, the nozzle is widely used in some types of steam turbines and the rocket engine nozzles. Next question is, can normal shock waves occur in subsonic flow? Already we discussed there, supersonic flow only shock waves are takes place. Okay. A normal shock is also present in most supersonic inlet. Across the normal shock, the flow changes from supersonic to subsonic condition. Supersonic to subsonic condition will changes. Since gas turbine engines operate under subsonic conditions, it is necessary to introduce a normal shock in the inlet compression system. Next topic, normal shock and oblique shock. What is normal shock in thermodynamics? Normal shocks are fundamental types of shock wave. The waves which are perpendicular to the flow. This is very important. The waves which are perpendicular to the flow direction. When flow is coming, for that shock waves is perpendicular to the flow, are called normal shocks. Normal shocks only happen when the flow is supersonic. When flow is supersonic, only normal shock happens. At those speeds, no obstacle is identified before the speed of sound, which makes the molecule return after sensing the obstacle. Next, what are normal and oblique shock? The Mach number and the speed of the flow also decreases across a shock wave. The Mach number decreases and the speed of flow also decreases. If the shock wave is perpendicular to the flow direction, it's called the normal shock. When the shock wave is very important. When a shock wave is inclined to the flow direction, is called the oblique shock. Normal shock means perpendicular. When fluid is coming, perpendicular shock formation is normal shock. When fluid is moving, inclined direction creating waves are oblique shock. This is the difference between normal shock and the oblique shock. Next, properties of shock. What happens inside a shock? It is formed when a pressure front moves at a supersonic speed and pushes on the surrounding air. This is not a conventional sound waves. The shock wave takes the form of very sharp change in the gas properties. Across a shock wave, the static pressure, temperature, and the gas density increases almost instantaneously. Next question, is air more compressible than water? Answer for that, compressibility of any substance is the measure of its change in volume under the action of external force. This is already discussed. It indicates that air is about 20,000 times more compressible than water. It indicates that air is about 20,000 times more compressible than water. Air is 20,000 times compressible than water. Next question, what is the least compressible fluid? Solid is least compressible because the solid is already densely packed. So the solid is incompressible. Liquid is compressible a bit due to its loosely packed structure, while gases are highly compressible due to its very loosely packed structure. Next, we are going to see nozzle and diffuser efficiency. What is nozzle efficiency? The efficiency with which a nozzle converts potential energy into kinetic energy. Potential energy to kinetic energy, commonly expressed as the ratio of the actual change in kinetic energy to the ideal change at a given pressure ratio. This is called the nozzle efficiency. That is, increase the velocity of the fluid. That's the main role. Next, what is diffuser efficiency? The efficiency of the diffuser is defined as the ratio of the enthalpy change that occurred between the entrance to exit stagnation pressure to the kinetic energy. Enthalpy change that occurred between the entrance to exit. Next slide, difference between nozzle and the diffuser. What is the difference between nozzle and the diffuser? A nozzle increases the velocity of fluid. Already we discussed it. While a diffuser decreases the velocity of fluid, opposite to the nozzle concept. Decreases the velocity of the fluid. Nozzle can be used by jet and rocket to provide extra thrust. Contrastly, many jet engines use diffuser to slow air coming into the engine for a more uniform flow. Next, what is the importance of Mach number in relation to types of fluid? The local speed of sound, and hence the Mach number depends on the temperature of the surrounding gas. The Mach number is primarily used to determine the approximation with which a flow can be treated as incompressible flow. The medium can be a gas or a liquid. Next, we will see Mach number, and it's important. The Mach number is used to describe an aeroplane speed in terms of the speed of sound. A plane Mach number is determined by dividing the aeroplane speed by the speed of sound. Already we discussed the velocity of the object by velocity of sound. Here we are telling velocity of aeroplane by velocity of sound. The plane traveling at the speed of sound has a speed of Mach number 1. At what speed is supersonic? Approximately 343.2 meter per second is called the supersonic. Supersonic speed is the speed of an object that exceeds the speed of sound. That is Mach number greater than 1. For object traveling in dry air of temperature 20 degrees centigrade at sea level, the speed is approximately 343.2 meter per second. Next, we will see simple problem using Mach number concept, how to solve. An aircraft flying in air at a Mach number 1.5 is described in the problem statement. Surface temperature. To find surface temperature, airspeed behind shock. Properties from the table. Mach number is 1.5. The ratio T by Tt equal to 0.6897. M2 Mach number 0.7011. T2 by T1 equal to 1.320. This data we may take from the table. Properties of table. Gas table. Here, that is gamma, or here symbol notation K. Gamma value equal to 1.4. R is the difference